What a country, huh? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Let it be happy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A pitch. Swung up, belted. There it goes.
1, 2, 3.
Move over, Big Mac. You got company.
He is the man in United States. I am the man in Dominican Republic.
Major League Baseball Productions presents Race for the Record. For the St. Louis Cardinals' Mark McGwire and the Chicago Cubs' Sammy Sosa, 1998 was a historic season, adding another chapter to home run lore.
We will have a seventh game in this World Series. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Now the 2-2. Well hit down the left field line. Joe Carter with a 3-run homer. The world champions, the Toronto Blue Jays.
Never before have two men reached such heights. Never before have two men so captured the imagination of the baseball world, forging friendship and fame each step of the way. As spring training commenced in 1998, the consensus was that both Ken Griffey Jr. and Mark McGwire were the odds-on favorites to challenge the single-season home run record.
Ken Griffey Jr. is the best talent in our generation.
Man, he's probably got the prettiest swing in baseball.
He just goes up there and just boop, it's like nothing to him. He's done it before.
And the delivery belted deep to right field. Upper deck side fly away.
Mark McGwire's the nicest giant that I know. How about that?
And he attracts the people. They come to see him take batting practice.
I mean, there's not a place he cannot hit a home run in.
Oh my goodness. He did it again. For the second time tonight, Mark McGwire has found the upper deck in left center field.
This is one of my favorite heroes in the game. You know, when I watch him come to the plate, all I do is I don't actually watch him, I listen for him. And he steps into the box and he goes, the ground shakes when he gets his stance. And he looks for something that he can hit into the next century. And then he takes his stride. And as he runs the bases, you can actually feel the ground shake and you know you've been touched by a giant. Mark McGwire.
And they're off.
Yes, they were off on this home run race. Griffey following a 56 home run year, and McGwire, who teased fans with 58 home runs in '97.
We hope for much more of that from Mark McGwire, as do the 50,000 plus fans that are packed into Busch Stadium for this afternoon season opener.
They didn't have to wait long, for in the 5th inning of a scoreless game, McGwire fired the first shot.
He did it! A grand slam! McGwire with #1.
Well, that is starting it in style. You could not have written the script any better.
Later in the day, Griffey, too, unleashed his first of the year.
Upper deck fly away!
But the Rockies' Vinny Castilla outdid both.
And that ball is a bomb by Castilla. A 3-run shot, his second home run of the game.
Vinny kept pace And as April advanced, thoughts began to turn to a three-man race.
A three-run home run. Woo!
It's number 300 for Ken Griffey Jr.
What a day. What a day. And he is your new Major League home run leader.
Number 11 for Big Mac. And that ball is belted. Home run derby tonight. How far? Quite far.
April ended with the leaders toe-to-toe, and with May came a milestone for McGwire.
2-1 Cardinals, and that's number 400 for Mount Rushmore.
And no man ever hit 400 home runs faster than this mountain man.
It blows me away when, my name is alongside Babe Ruth, Mantle Maris, whatever you want to say. It's just, I've succeeded far more than what I've ever expected myself playing this game of baseball.
Meanwhile, in the Rocky Mountains, Castilla simply would not go away.
His 17th of the year, that ties him for tops in all of Major League Baseball. McGwire got his 17th earlier today.
A pattern began to take shape and got more defined as the season progressed. Someone would catch or pass McGwire, and Mark would take the lead right back. He got some breathing room in Philadelphia.
Out of here, number 18 for Mark McGwire.
A fly ball into deep left center field. He's got another. And this was hit a mile.
The pitch. Swing, and it's third home run of the night. It's going to go into the upper deck.
Wow.
And look at this crowd. They're on their feet and they're bowing. That's home run number 20, his third of the night.
Start sequence.
Mark's second 3-home-run game of the year kicked off an 8-home-run week.
Number 21 as McGwire visits Big Mac Land for the first time in 1998. Track wall gone.
Look out. 23 home runs now.
Great googly moogly, he did it.
25, 26. Number 27 for McGwire.
McGwire's early pace was well ahead of Roger Maris's, but that was really no surprise, once you knew from whence he came.
Hi, I'm Mark McGwire. In 1987, I hit 49 home runs to break the American League rookie record.
And that one may be it. Way back. And there's your record. Mark McGwire puts the A's in front with his Major League rookie record 39th home run.
I don't know what my limits are. I hit 49 and I drove in 118 my first year. I don't know if that could be my best year or not. I mean, it's tough to tell.
McGwire hits a high drive deep to left field. Grand slam, Mark McGwire, the first man in history to hit 30 homers in each of his first 4 seasons. Mark this in your memory book.
Well, the bash started with myself and Jose Canseco. We were matching forearms one day in the clubhouse, and we decided instead of giving a high five to bash our forearms together, and look what happened to it. It turned out to be a nationwide thing. It's just something fun.
High drive up the alley in left center field, and this one is going to be gone. Home run, McGwire.
Getting a home run to win a ball game in the third game was just a dream come true, because I remember days I used to play in the front yard just talking about, the bottom knife full count, here's the pitch, it's a home run, and it happened to me.
Though Mark's World Series blast was no doubt his most memorable, he did hit 363 in 12 seasons with the A's. But not till year 11 did he ever hit 50.
Mark McGwire, the 13th player in baseball history to hit 50 home runs in a single season.
Injuries haunted McGwire in Oakland, but he still hit a home run once every 12 at-bats, easily the best ratio of that time. Come 1997, and on the verge of free agency, he bid goodbye to the only team he'd ever known. On July 31st, Mark was traded to St. Louis. At the time, no one knew just how long he'd stay.
I thought it was a masterstroke by Walt Jocketty, the Cardinals' general manager. He thought the only way he'd have a chance to sign Mark McGwire would be to get him in here and to have him experience St. Louis firsthand and see how it is, maybe the best baseball town in America, see how the fans really appreciate a good ball player who gives back a little bit and shows that he's having a good time and that he appreciates the fans. If they had just tried to attract McGwire in an off-season free agent derby without that first-hand experience, maybe they wouldn't have been able to sign him, but that clinched the deal.
Way back at left field. A moonshot. Upper deck job from McGwire.
Watch the Mets look at him go around the bases. Everybody looking at McGwire.
People have embraced him from day one here. He came in and we could see he was a slugger extraordinaire from the American League. I could see people fall in love with this guy because historically, St. Louis hasn't had slugging-type players. They haven't won the National League home run titles since 1940, for instance. I expected the guy to hit 45 to 50 home runs. Now we're talking 60 to 70 home runs.
A home run's the easiest thing to understand. It's the sexiest thing in baseball. There's something about it. Knocking one out of the yard, hitting one out of the park. It's a home run. Plus, the guy it was first associated with, really, in the public imagination was Babe Ruth, who's still the biggest name in baseball history. So you put those things together, it has a romance about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bambino, Babe Ruth.
Ruth is the only player I know that when he came out on the field, everybody stopped. It was like the star came onto the center stage, you know. And when he went up to take batting practice, nobody looked at anything else but Babe swinging that bat up. I'm talking about his own players, and I'm talking about the visiting team. And when you got that kind of magnetism, you know that you're the star.
Babe Ruth followed his star to 714 career home runs. In 1927, he hit 60 home runs, a single-season record that many felt would never be equaled. But in 1961, two Yankees challenged that mark. Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris staged a season-long battle to catch Ruth. But his was a record so cherished and revered, not everyone wanted them to succeed.
Babe Ruth's an icon, you know, and he's the history of the game. I think they felt that maybe Dad would kind of put Babe Ruth aside, but that's not reality. Dad's idea was not to overshadow Ruth. You know, Dad was paid to do a job, and he went out there and mastered his job and accomplished one of the greatest feats in the game.
There's one. It is going deep to right field, and it is gone. Number 55.
When did the pressure start building up on you, Roger? Severe pressure under which you and Mick both played, and as you began to approach the Babe's record, it became even more severe.
Well, I think, Mel, when I reached that 50 mark, the pressure started coming in. I don't think it was so much the pressure of playing the game of baseball, but answering the questions of the press day after day, so many fellows.
Do you think the Yanks can go all the way this year, Roger?
What about the way you hold the bat? Have you been holding it the same way all your baseball career?
Well, how about the home run situation, Roger? You're 7 games ahead of Babe Ruth's record. Do you think that you can beat the Babe's record?
He did have small clumps of hair fall out, and just from the stress and the pressure.
I imagine after all this is over, somebody may write a story or two about the month-long, day in, day out, excruciating pressure. There's one. It is going. It is going. It is gone. Number 59. The second man in history ever to reach that total, surpassing Jimmy Fox and Hank Greenberg.
I think the fans really wanted Mickey to do it more so. I mean, even the teammates said they were pulling for Mickey to do it because he had been there longer with them. So from that aspect, it was tough on Dad.
There it is. There it is. If it stays fair, and it is number 60. How about that? A standing ovation for Roger Maris, who got number 60.
He was one of the best all-around baseball players I ever saw. He wasn't just a home run hitter. I mean, he had a great year, and I would like to say that I think that's the greatest single feat I've ever seen in my life when he hit those 61 home runs.
Here's the windup. Fastball hits deep to right. This could be it. Way back there. Holy cow! What's the matter? Look at him fight for that ball out there. Holy cow! What a shot! Another standing ovation for Roger Maris, and they want Maris to come out and take another bow. He does.
The fact that by the end of May, Mark McGwire had 27 home runs was not a shock to anyone. But he was one of 5 players with 20 or more as June got underway. And that was a surprise. Of course, Ken Griffey Jr. was part of the mix. But again, this was expected. Certainly more so than the presence of a 22-year-old shortstop, Griffey's teammate, Alex Rodriguez. Vinny Castilla also chimed in with 20, as did Atlanta's big cat, Andres Galarraga. Far behind with just 13 home runs was Chicago's Sammy Sosa. But he was about to have quite a month, one that boldly ensured his place in the home run race.
Look out, Waveland Avenue. Now Sammy Sosa has done it again.
And that was a line drive rocket out of the ballpark. The 17th of the season. And it's going to go in the batter's eye, a home run.
Sammy is in heat. That's the best way I can say it. You know, he's in heat. I've never seen anything like it.
10 home runs in 9 games for Sosa.
Man.
Good night now. My goodness, that one didn't have a chance to stay in the facility, folks. You gotta be kidding me. Into the stratosphere, Sosa's 3rd of the night. Sosa did it again. Swung on, there's a drive. Deep toward left. And Sosa has another home run. His 14th home run in June ties the Cub record.
They try to get him out inside, and he hits it out of the park. They try to get him out of the way, he hits it out of the park. He's just he's been on fire all year. Let's just hope he can keep it going.
Sammy Sosa, his 28th home run of the season. Mark who? Deep to left. If it's fair, it's gone.
Folks, that's the all-time Major League record for home runs in June. That's his 16th. Sosa, 30 home runs for the Cubs. Sammy Sosa, 31 for the season now. Sosa sent the drive. Deep toward right. Home, baby, long gone. And Sammy with 32, the all-time record, his 19th home run of the month. High drive, deep left field. That's Sosa's 20th in June.
Sosa's record-breaking month cast him in a whole new home run light. But across America, fans had to be asking, who is this Sammy Sosa?
That's probably the question of the year in Major League Baseball. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that mid-year, a year ago, when the Cubs were perhaps the worst team in baseball, the Cubs management chose to award him with a 4-year, $10 million a year deal, and it was the best thing they could have done. It allowed Sammy, a kid from a very, very destitute background in the Dominican, to relax.
But however poor the Dominican Republic might be, it is very rich in baseball talent. And it was from these streets Sammy Sosa emerged. And in 1989, with the Texas Rangers, got his first taste of the major leagues.
And he rips one into left field. How about that for a major league debut? Right now, Rich Garcia, home plate umpire, taking that ball out of play. That will go into Sammy Sosa's trophy case back home.
Just a few days later, another first for Sammy, off Roger Clemens.
Ball hit well toward left field. Sammy Sosa with his first homer.
And this is something that they think that he'll do quite a bit of as he gets older.
The Chicago White Sox agreed and traded for Sammy later that year. But Sosa brought with him a misunderstood passion for the game. And though his antics were certainly fun to watch, his lack of production made them seem somewhat out of place.
Everything he does now that we think of as charming, which is all of his routine at the plate and crossing himself and the heart kisses, that was all viewed as real hot dog stuff. Well, now that he backs it up with not only the home run numbers, but the batting average numbers and the fielding percentage and all the good things that Sammy was never able to do, he has become beloved instead of Sammy, as we used to call him, Sosa.
Maybe Sammy's early problems stemmed from the fact that he was a long way from home. But at least in 1992, he got to stay in Chicago, traded to the Cubs, where he grew both as a man and a player.
He's matured. He understands mentally. He understands the strike zone. He understands what makes Sammy Sosa tick. And the thing that he has that not many people have is opposite field power.
The 2-1 to Sammy. Swung on, high drive, deep toward right. Back goes Guerrero. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and Sammy unties the game.
He doesn't have to swing at Mach 4 in order to hit a ball hard.
Sweet swinging Sammy, who's just happy to be here. God bless America. I love this country.
What a country, huh? Hi. Hi. Hi, everybody.
The best description I've heard of Sammy Sosa came from Tom House, who used to be the pitching coach of the Rangers. He still describes Sammy Sosa as a 29-year-old, 12-year-old. And I think you can't emphasize enough how much he loves to play baseball. Play is the operative word. He's one of the few people I've been around in pro sports who doesn't even begin to consider it a business. It is still the game of his youth, the passion of his youth.
Will this ever get to you and maybe distract you from your job? I don't think so. You see me scared?
Nothing symbolizes our love affair with the home run more than the home run derby at the All-Star game. Oddly enough, neither Sosa nor McGwire made an impact at the '98 Derby. Sosa was injured and didn't take part. Big Mac didn't place, so Griffey provided the heroics.
Get out of here, get out of here. Oh, way out of here. There you go.
The winner and champion is Junior Griffey of the Mariners.
Following the All-Star break and well ahead of the pace set in 1961, Big Mac began to heat up.
McGwire digging in here with a chance to win it for St. Louis. It's the last of the 11th, 3-2 Houston. And normally when you see a left-hander who's 5'9", 5'10", you're not thinking 99 miles an hour, but that's Billy Wagner.
He's coming right after. Power against power.
McGwire hit 5 home runs in a week following the All-Star game. But when you talk about Mac, it's not only how many he hits, it's also how far they go.
It's gone. See you later. Way upstairs. A man who is turning the upper deck home run in Busch Stadium into a normal occurrence.
It's something to behold.
Boom.
It sounds like a gun going off when he hits him.
This guy hits him out of sight.
The pure essence of a home run makes it one of baseball's most exciting moments. But the majesty of McGwire's is something to behold.
This man is incredibly strong with the strength of 2 men.
Oh, McGwire, what a shot! He has teed off on Randy Johnson and destroyed the baseball. 538 feet.
Obviously, the word is out, so people are sitting with gloves in the upper deck of ballparks. Now, you don't usually see that, you know. The 10 rows on the top of the ballpark, guy's got a glove on and catches the ball.
And now he just pounds one to left field. That is in the 5th deck. I bet you folks didn't think you'd get a souvenir up there.
He's expected to hit home runs, and then he hits them, then he hits them 500 feet each time he hits them.
Where did that ball go? Where's it gonna land? Oh my. Wow, look at Oral.
Hershiser said to me, wow, that was a long ways. Yeah, Oral, about a $5 cab ride.
There's McGwire going deep to center field. Way back, and gone. A up onto the grassy hill out there in center field. All you can say is, wow.
Everyone's on their feet, you know, looking for something big to happen.
That one deep into center, and you can forget about it. Oh, what a shot! The Cardinals lead.
You know, as a player, we're fans, so we're sitting back and enjoying the moment just like the fans are when this guy comes up to the plate. It's amazing.
These fans who had enjoyed Whitey ball in the 80s, you know, the sacrifice bunt, the hit and run, the stolen base, all of a sudden they got a big bopper in the lineup. Not just a big bopper, but the biggest of them all.
Up into the night, into the upper tank. Are you kidding me?
The Big Mac phenomenon created a whole new spectacle this year, one that took place before the game.
Even in batting practice, it's amazing. I mean, as his teammate, I can't even walk to the cage without, you know, ducking and dodging through the media.
What a scene this is.
Mark McGwire puts on one of the greatest batting practice shows of anybody I've ever seen. And I think we're all amazed because very few people in the world can hit a baseball as far. It's a remarkable thing to watch, and it's a lot of fun.
He was talking about, you know, the batting practice thing when he went on the road and how it's a road show that when he gets into the batting cage, they stop the music. People stop selling all of the beer, the Cokes, the peanuts, the popcorn. Everybody's watching. Everybody is frozen in time, and it's phenomenal to watch. Such a frenzy.
He's one in a million. He really is.
Everyone wants to see him take batting practice. Everyone wants to be a part of history.
By late July, there was a sense that this indeed was going to be a historic year, a year when maybe the home run record might fall. One record certainly did fall, a St. Louis record.
And there goes number 44. It may not come back. Over the bleachers. Wow.
And that is a level no Cardinal in the long history of the Cardinals has ever reached. No Cardinal has ever hit more than 43 home runs in a season.
Obviously, that was not the only home run record that would fall this year. The question was, who would get there first? As August dawned on our home run heroes, Griffey began to fade. Maybe the strain of summer was taking its toll, for the pace was slowing down. But even a slackened pace still proved awesome.
Well, I haven't done anything yet.
McGwire appeared to be feeling the heat. A mid-August matchup with Sosa was in order.
From the friendly confines of Wrigley Field in Chicago, it's the Chicago Cubs against the St. Louis Cardinals. And once again, Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire will continue their chase of Roger Maris.
It's good for baseball if you can't tell around here the atmosphere with these two guys in the same ballpark.
I went outside and checked Mark McGwire's hand, and everybody went crazy. I like it.
You do get a number of people that want to be here for batting practice to catch the few home run balls. And then when you add McGwire and St. Louis is here, the place is literally 70% full an hour before the game.
I've never really seen it like this before. I really think it's a reflection of Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Sosa struck first in Game 2 of the series with an in-your-face challenge that said, "Go ahead, Big Mac, catch me if you can."
So Sosa the batter. He's 1 for 2, and he sends a rocket deep toward left. Back goes Mabry at the track, at the wall. He's got it, number
48. When Sammy Sosa went ahead for 1 hour in the home run chase, 1 hour, Sosa went ahead 48-47. McGwire, who claims he does not get motivated by what Sosa does, hit 2 more home runs before the end of the game to go ahead 49-48.
These two guys are putting on. Man, oh man, you just couldn't write it any better. Swing, and there it is. 49. Cards lead 7-6. There's a new leader in the clubhouse. Big Mac.
Challenge issued, challenge answered. Friendship still intact.
You know, it's supposed to be you against the other club, where you both respect each other, you both try your best. Whoever wins, tip your cap. And I think what happened between Sammy and Mark was a great example of two guys who respected and liked each other.
And each man symbolized his home run in his own unique way.
For some reason, I just started hitting our guys in the stomach. They got pretty good stomachs.
And the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit deep to left field. Number 50 for Mark McGwire. You don't see that animation from him like that. He is the first player in Major League history to hit 50 home runs in 3 consecutive years.
Later that night, McGwire hit number 51. Now the pressure was on Sosa to respond, and Sammy was up to the task.
3-2 pitch, there she goes. No doubt about it, he's got 50.
Lima to Sosa. Sammy drives one in the air to left. Back is Alou. This is going to be number 51.
Sammy has beautifully and almost slyly positioned himself as Mark McGwire's greatest admirer.
Definitely, I got my money Mark. He's the man.
While McGwire pursues Maris, Sammy just drafts off him. You know, he's just sitting right there, and it's beautifully done.
But for every punch, a counter punch. And despite Sosa's efforts, Mark went on a tear.
He wouldn't answer Sammy with his 53rd, would he? Yes, he would. There it goes. See you later.
As August gave way to September, McGwire took on Florida, and all he did in the last 2 games was hit 2 home runs in each.
High fly ball, deep center field, way back. 57, sitting on 58 home runs. Make it 59. Have you ever seen a guy take a curtain call on the road? It might happen here.
Everyone had embraced this heroic chase, with Big Mac on the verge of history.
Deep to right field, way back there, and it is gone! Sammy Sosa becomes the Cubs' single-season all-time home run hitter.
Incredibly, Sosa too was being asked to take curtain calls on the road. But the love for Sammy back home was surely a cut above the rest.
I think he's been a boom for the city and for the people in Wrigleyville. I think Sammy's just a legend, you know, and he handles it so well. McGwire? Oh, McGwire.
He has been a hero of the Dominican Republic, but I think that he's been a national hero of the United States too.
Back in St. Louis, the '98 schedule couldn't have been more perfect for Cardinals fans. Their conquering hero was returning home, just in time to take on the hallowed records of Ruth and Maris.
Well, the man of the hour, Mark McGwire, has arrived at Busch Memorial Stadium in St. Louis, and indeed they're trying to see Big Mac go for number 60. Mac Mania is on the loose here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Camera crews from around the world are on hand to watch one of baseball's most hallowed records perhaps fall today.
Every song on the radio is about Mark McGwire, and everything that's going on is red and white and McGwire Mania.
Got a lot of people here from all over the United States cheering for him, and it's going to be an exciting day.
And this guy's like the Michael Jordan in basketball. Wherever Michael goes, the fans go. Wherever Mark goes right now, the fans are coming.
The stage was set. At any moment, McGwire could match the legendary Babe Ruth.
Here's the pitch. Swing and there it goes. This is it. It is a home run. Wake up, Babe Ruth. There's company coming. It's Mark McGwire with number 60, and they're going berserk here at Busch Stadium. September 5th, 1998. Number 60 for McGwire. He couldn't have hit it higher. Home run number 60, equaling Babe Ruth. A historic moment here at Busch Stadium.
You said it was unbelievable to be in the same sentence as Babe Ruth, but for our generation, you are Babe Ruth.
Well, thank you.
Meanwhile, the Road Warrior was playing to throngs of newfound fans who thrilled as he kept pace.
It is gone! Number 58 for slamming Sammy Sosa! There was no doubt!
And so the time had come for Sammy and Mac to reunite, this time in St. Louis. Friends now and forever, a touching footnote to their quest.
Every night I go home and I'm trying to watch Baseball Tonight, SportsCenter, and trying to see what McGwire do.
Why don't you guys look good? This is going all over the world.
Yeah, great, thanks.
Y cuando termine, voy a ir para allá con la vida.
I didn't pass Spanish, sorry.
The time for talk was over. For now, an overwhelming sense of history filled Busch Stadium. The family of Roger Maris, the family of Mark McGwire, both anticipating number 61.
Big Mo set to go. The pitch. Swung on Belton. There it goes. There it goes. He did it. McGwire's number 61. McGwire's flight 61. Headed for Planet Maris. History. Bedlam. What a moment. Pardon me while I stand up and applaud.
You know, I had to feel real proud of Mark. He came through, he tied, and, you know, one more, he's going to be the man.
McGwire's 60th and 61st home runs were the most exciting things I've seen in the regular season in baseball.
An incredible moment, made even more memorable by the day on which it was done.
Hits it on his dad's 61st birthday, and it's just stuff that you probably won't ever see again.
He gave a salute. He pointed up to the sky, tapped his heart, and the way I interpreted that was his acknowledging Dad, saying Dad was in his heart. In such a big moment in Mark McGwire's life, to include that in that special moment was something we'll never forget.
The melding of past and present, of young and old. One of baseball's most illustrious records had been matched. A wonderful story had indeed been told. But of course, there was still a new record to be set. And the next day brought unbridled anticipation.
This is the biggest baseball game ever played.
We hope he gets 62.
62! 62! 62! Matt McGwire looks on, wondering if this is the at-bat that Mark McGwire moves one place in front of Roger Maris. First pitch, rocket deep toward left. He did it! He did it! 62!
Well, when I hit the ball, I saw it, it was on a line drive, and, I thought I was going to hit the wall, and next thing you know, it disappeared, and I looked up, and Dave McKay was jumping up, and sort of like missed one big thing, touch first base.
Touch first, Mark. You
kind of think this is the most spectacular home run in the history of baseball.
Mark McGwire. Way to go, Mac.
When I met with the Hall of Fame, they pulled out Roger's bat that when he hit his 61st home run, and I touched it. I touched it with my heart. Now I can honestly say that my bat will lie next to his, and I'm damn proud of it.
The book's being rewritten. You know, it's a great moment, and it's by a great person, Mark McGwire.
You know, I stuck my hand out to shake his hand, and all I said is, congratulations, you're awesome. And he just said thanks, and his eyes were, welled up, and real emotional time for him.
I think when he hit that and came across the plate and hugged Matthew, I think America probably just felt like they were Matthew, because everyone's so touched by what he's been doing.
For him to take time out of the moment to acknowledge us, it's enough to send chills through you.
For one man, a kaleidoscope of emotions. Tony La Russa had lost his mother that very day.
Later on, when I thought about the morning saying goodbye to my mother and that night seeing him hit 62 and the opposite extreme, I think about it now, and it's...
I dedicated this home run to the whole city of St. Louis and all the fans here. Thank you for all the support. It's unbelievable.
Well, the funny thing is after I did it, and I was like, oh my God, I got, 5 more innings to play.
Business first, to be followed by thanks.
It is indeed a privilege and an honor to be here on clearly one of the most historic nights in baseball history.
Mr. McGwire, I think I have something that belongs to you.
The 60-second home run ball was one thing, but if you know Mark McGwire, he was even more enchanted by the 62 Corvette presented by the Cardinals. And he never forgot the man who was there every step of the way.
When he hugged me and everything, it was very nice for him. I mean, that moment was a great moment. I'm not going to forget him. He was real happy. I had to say, went over there and say congratulations. I mean, you did it. You are the man. And I say to him, maybe you can go home now and relax and, take it easy and wait for me.
Now, trailing Mac by 4, Sosa responded with 4 home runs in 3 days.
Sammy hits a high drive. Deep right, that's number 59. All the way to Sheffield Avenue. And it's a 10-6 ball game. Tape measure time for Sammy Sosa.
Sosa with 59 home runs. High drive into number 60. Yes! Maris, McGwire, now Sosa. The most historic club in sports has opened its borders. What a summer. Baseball 1998.
Baby. The 0-1. Swung on, built it. There it goes. Number 61. Move over Maris. So it's Sammy Sosa, Roger Maris, and Mark McGwire as the only 3 men did 61 or more. Unbelievable.
And look at the fans. Every man, woman, and child on their feet all around the ballpark. The biggest crowd of the year greeting Sammy Sosa.
The 2-1. Swung on, there she goes. Number 62. Move over, Big Mac. You got company. What a moment for 2 men, 2 nations.
McGwire and Sosa alone atop the leaderboard. 2 weeks to go. And Sammy Sosa with 2 monstrous home runs has caught Big Mac.
I think that when I was blowing kissing to my mother, I was kind of crying a little bit, and hey, I had to say that what I did today, this is for the people in Chicago, for the whole United States, America, my mother, my wife, my kid, and the good people that I have around me. It's been a pleasure for me. It's been an emotional moment, and I just want to say thank you to everybody.
And the fans here on their feet screaming. They will not allow this game to continue. They're screaming for Sammy to take yet another in a series of curtain calls to commemorate that particular piece of baseball history. And it just plain sends chills up your spine.
So now the only record left was the one still to be set. And pinch hitter Mark McGwire made the most of his cameo.
Is it enough? At the track, at the wall, 63 for Big Mac. There's a new leader in the clubhouse, and it's McGwire with 63.
The next day, Slammin' Sammy Sosa answered with his 3rd grand slam of the year.
They're standing in the outfield. The pitch. Swung on, belted, deep toward left. Mr. McGwire hits 63 for Sosa. A grand slam in San Diego.
And if there was any doubt about the MVP voting, Sammy might have just put that to rest.
Just another chapter of his MVP season. He's the best player in baseball this year, no question about it.
But McGwire's next target was Milwaukee, a town becoming famous for Big Mac's might.
There it goes! See you later! 64! An absolute rocket. The crowd wants a curtain call. Oh, he'll give it to him.
What we've done in the game of baseball, nobody's ever done. And it's like what we're doing right now, people want more.
And the people of Milwaukee got more in the series finale.
A 2-1 pitch. There it goes! See you later! 65! Another absolute no-doubter by Mark McGwire.
The fans almost got more than they dreamed of when later in the game, Mark appeared to hit number 66.
There it goes! Left center! It is gone! Not yet. They're going to rule fan interference. The ball is in the bleachers. They're going to rule ground rule double on fan interference.
No question, Big Mac did deserve a better break. But Sammy was facing a unique cold spell of his own, for he was in the throes of a rare slump, 0 for 21 to be exact. Still, he had to get a boost from the day Chicago held in his honor. Sammy Sosa Day was an opportunity for his family and friends to join with Cub greats from the past, just to say thanks for a wondrous season.
Everything that I do in 1998, Chicago, you deserve it. You've been behind me 100%. And this made me something special. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
3 days later, it was Sammy's turn to tear up Milwaukee.
And they're going nuts inside and outside the ballpark. How ironic is this? Sammy 0 for 21. Wearing number 21. Maybe he'll snap his slide here today. Swung on, belted deep toward right. Burnett's on the run toward the corner. Looks up. He did it. It's out of here. Sosa with a home run, number 64. 64 home runs. And now one behind Mark McGwire. Swung, belted, line drive, center field. Grits him back. He did it, number 65, and there is no doubt about it.
That was a line drive rocket. He's tied Big Mac. Wow.
It's still hard, that feeling for Mark. I think that he's going to finish right in front of me. For me, it's no different. If I finish first, I will, but if I finish last, it don't make no difference for me. I think that I have another thing to thinking about it, and I have another thing to do. It is a playoff.
And what better way to keep the playoff drive alive than with another home run?
Here's the main attraction. Sammy Sosa batting for the second time tonight. And there are the targets. Deep left field. Can you say 66? Sammy's got the home run lead. .157 for Sammy Sosa. This crowd is buzzing.
Ah, but word travels fast in baseball. And just 45 minutes later in St. Louis, Mark McGwire took this drama to new heights.
There it goes! See you later! 66!
What a weekend. What a weekend for baseball.
Gee! The race is tied again.
The next day, McGwire made it clear that any more comebacks would have to be made by Sosa.
Fly ball, left field. Number 67. No man has hit more home runs in a single season. Number 67. McGwire regains the home run lead. It was a line shot into left field. First pitch swinging. McGwire guessed that Hermanson would try and get ahead, and he guessed right. Unbelievable. Curtain call.
Whatever Big Mac might have said to his bat just 3 innings later may never be known. But suffice it to say that it worked.
High fly ball, line drive, deep center field. Number 68. Number 68. Number 68.
Just 1 day was left for Mac to amaze the world, including the man who's seen more Mark McGwire home runs than anyone.
I'm in awe because he pulls it off. I think if you just set that up and you try to put yourself in his place, he comes out of the dugout, and the minute people see him, they start making noise. He's on the index circle, they're making more noise. He starts to walk to the plate, they get on their feet, the expectations are, please, Mark, do it for us, do it for us, do it for us, and he does it.
Into left field. Back at the track at the wall. Historic number 69.
One at bat remained in his season. One at bat for a chance to hit the unfathomable total of 70.
Now, how do you do that? His concentration is fierce. I mean, every time I'm close to him in the dugout, I'm looking at him, and I can actually see the power of his mind rippling. I mean, he's just really grinding, man, and nothing gets in there.
His solo act of 1998 might very well come to an end on what else? A home run.
The stunning majesty of the home run. No man in the history of baseball ever captured that mystical moment quite like Mark McGwire did in 1998.
That moment where the expectations, the people, this guy just locked in, he puts that beautiful swing, and 70 times the ball leaves the park. I mean, it's magical. And I'll add a PS to you that I've said before, other than the pure fact of him hitting the ball out of the park and what that means for our ball club to win a game and the game of baseball, my favorite part is as soon as it leaves, the sound in the ballpark. There is such a buzz, and what it is all these people talking to each other, sharing the moment, you know, explaining what they're thinking. I mean, and sometimes it goes on 5-10 minutes.
70 almost felt like 62 with the crowd, the players on the Expos shaking my hand. I can't believe I did it. Can you?
It is unbelievable to reach a record that had stood for 37 years and then shatter it. For Sosa, the greatest second-place finish ever. And as he'd said all year, he had other goals in mind.
So you'd rather have him get this than you?
Yeah, he's the man. I'd rather him to go get the record and let me go to the playoff.
And Sammy did just that, beating San Francisco in a one-game showdown for the Cubs' first playoff trip in 9 years.
It is unbelievable. We have to say that we're in and we never know what can happen.
What happened this year for two home run heroes almost goes beyond comprehension. Magnificent men in a magical season. A season unlike any we've ever seen before. Unlike any we may ever see again.
This has been one of the greatest things that's ever happened to baseball. Not just the pursuit of one of the most fabled records in the game's history, but it's being pursued by two really likable guys. These guys appreciate the game, they appreciate how fortunate they are, and fans love to see that.
And it's no surprise that fans embrace them so. For in this race for the record, everybody won.
I'm proud that I've been doing what I'm doing with Sammy Sosa.
You're still having a great time, aren't you?
Oh, what a country. This is great.
Let's rub some of that Nerf ball stuff you were doing in June. I don't know. That was awesome, man. I don't know what that is. Nothing. You just swing and it went out. What's it? How you doing?
These next two guys are two of the greatest home run hitters in the history of baseball.
So if we screw up, it's just totally normal. Oh, we know if we're at our element, right? It's about technique.
It's about techniques.
And putting on a good show for the fans. You know, it's a tough number.
Congratulations, man.
Baseball